Yall Wild Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Yall Wild Podcast. Today I'm joined with
Nyny.
and
brice3000.
and this is A-Dubs. And today we'll be talking about
A lot of stuff, a lot of wild stuff.
how y'all been doing lately.
You go first, Nana.
I had an interesting day, fell down not down the stairs, but like on the last stair. Took a pretty big spill. I was carrying a small child,
No.
Wait. How small are we talking?
like 2.
Oh my goodness. It might not recover, do you?
What if you
Are
like
you okay?
permanently
She's
damaged it?
fine.
Like what if it's fucked now?
No,
Well-
she's fine. She's fine.
You know damn well
But
she's
I'm
lying
pretty
about
hurt, Like right where I hit the step, like it hurts pretty bad.
You know,
And
you
it was
too
like a
old to be
wooden.
falling.
I know it was a wooden stair.
One more fall and you're
carpeted or
done for.
anything. Fucking hard wood. That shit was hard.
Did you wait for like somebody to like come notice,
No, I was by myself.
or you automatically got up?
I automatically got up. My glasses are across the floor. I was like, damn, like it just happened, like out of nowhere.
When I fall nowadays, I like lay there for a minute and think about my actions, reflect on the moment.
You know what I hate is every time I fall in my house and my dad hears it, he like will yell through the house like, "How was your trip?" And I'm like, I fucking hate you. But now my answer is like, it was short, which is stupid. It's like a white person thing to do. But yeah. You guys hear about the news lately?
Wait, can we talk about how you said cracker with the hard R in
Okay.
the last episode?
I'm allowed to say that. It's not racist if I say it technically, right?
Oh, it's not racist.
Can y'all say it technically?
Yeah.
I don't even care. Y'all can call
it
me
was a
it.
hard R, so I was like, oh snap.
Every time I talk to you now, I'm gonna be like, boy, I'm
I've
gonna do
never-
that.
All right, so what are we
Yikes.
talking about? Where are we at?
So in Miami right now.
Oh, okay.
Now they're wilding in Miami. Like,
Oh my gosh.
like spring break is like in full effect.
Y'all jealous?
Like
No, bro.
COVID.
I like being in my room.
Okay. Hear me out. Either they're lying to me or they're lying to the people in Florida and Texas, right? So I haven't heard no new cases yet.
That's
They
actually
just having a
crazy
good
that you bring that
time.
up because I haven't heard like anything about like like a bunch of new cases. But I guess that's because the vaccines come out.
I mean, I'm just saying that at this time last year, COVID was murking people 9 times out of 10. If I had allergies
constantly.
in March this time last year, I was like, damn, there I go.
Yeah,
I get my affairs in order. But like now, it's not as serious. Not to like give any like fucking fake news or anything.
Yeah, it's definitely changed.
But
like,
it's definitely changed. People are getting vaccinated, and like being conspiracy theory, Bryce. What if part of this was a hoax? I'm not saying the whole thing was a hoax, like on some Trump stuff, but like, what if like numbers were inflated or
They were. Did you not know about that?
I mean, I know in some places, but like, what if like I
No,
don't
like
know,
the
what
death
if we
count.
didn't know.
No, the death count was like ridiculously higher than what it actually was because they counted the people who died during COVID as dying from COVID, even though like they died from like natural causes. Like, let's say you had a heart attack, right? During the COVID season and you died from it. They'd be like, oh my God, he died from COVID. They would put that in the numbers.
I thought it was like if you had a heart attack, but you also happen to have
Yeah,
COVID.
that's what I was trying to say. It's like if you had COVID, but you also died from something else, they would say that you died from COVID.
I'm just saying, it looking like 2019 in Miami, and that's hot. I like that, low key. Although, don't like stay inside.
Would you go?
Social
Yeah, I would
distance.
say stay
I
inside,
wouldn't go.
be safe.
I wouldn't go. But as soon as they say we good, I'm
When
gonna
do
be
you
out.
when do you think that is? Like, do you think
I'm
we'll be
gonna
good by
give
the
it-
end of the year?
End of the year. By the end of the year, yes. And if not, I'm gonna be out.
You know what's
no
crazy?
mask.
No, you don't gotta wear a mask. No, I say by September,
September.
it's 2019 again.
You guys
and
hear
we
that?
got we got live by September. If
By
I'm right,
September.
please comment below and give me my credit. By September, full effect. We back out.
I'm really looking forward to with this podcast is that I can't wait to like look at the comments from like an old video and because it got recommended to people like let's say in like 2026 this episode is gonna get recommended to people on YouTube. They're like, oh yo, he was here from 2026 or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for that. I'm really because I love looking at old videos. Like I saw like a video that was like 10 years old and I looked at the comments and like at least like 1,000 comments were like, yo, who's here from 2021, stuff like that. I'm like, damn, like YouTube really just does not give a shit anymore. Did you guys
Go ahead.
Did you guys hear about like the North Carolina gun bust?
No.
they seized like a bunch of guns, right? Do you know what's crazy? The person thought they can get away with it by spray painting them and turning them into Nerf guns, making them look like Nerf guns. They had a Glock they had like a Glock conversion kit that they spray painted like dark blue and put Nerf on the side. They're like, yeah, we won't get caught with this.
How many guns did you say?
Actually, I think it was like a decent bit, like enough to like put you like in prison for a long time. Let me look it up.
Didn't you go to jail for that?
Nerf guns? I always wanted a whole lot of Nerf guns to have like a Nerf war, but like it never happened. So I'm gonna do that when I'm older.
Holy shit!
I think you should. You think Nerf?
Okay,
guns
so
still be a
20.
thing, though?
So okay.
Absolutely. What's America? We love guns.
You're
Okay,
right.
so
We love guns.
the Glock 19 pistol, along with a 50-round drum mag, it was in Catawba County. That's actually pretty close, right? But there was 20 guns, pistol, rifle, shotguns, and they also found cocaine. What is PSILOCYBIN?
Psychocillin.
Psychocillin. Anyway,
psilocybin.
and mushrooms, marijuana, and $2,300 in cash.
So
You know that motherfucker got promoted, bro.
They were illegal guns. Like
Yeah.
they weren't.
Well, I think it was illegal
legally?
because they didn't have permits for it and shit like that. Like Lily, look at this picture.
That's pretty.
It's a good
Pretty
paint. It's a
believable.
good
Hey,
job.
Except the back.
I'll accidentally shoot you with that.
The back is the only thing that's like
Yeah,
not believable.
like the pistol brace. That's the only thing that's like bad about it. Oh, that was someone opened up the door. But yeah.
We have a surprise guest, Landon.
Demirez.
No, don't put his full name out there.
I said his last name wrong.
Oh,
Here,
we
walk
have Landon
under the camera.
DLD. Landon, say hello to the viewers. Landon is our roommate. Do you have anything to say for the Yall Wild Podcast episode 2 listeners?
Go listen.
Landon said go listen. So go listen.
You have any wild takes? No. All right. Okay. Get out of here.
You have a blessed one.
Yeah. Have a good day. Oh, okay. So, any more wild news from y'all?
I just want to go back to Miami, because they're having a great time, and hopefully, like, you know, they don't get sick and stuff, and we could be like, oh, so maybe we can't open up, because Texas, they're open.
You know what's crazy, bro? So you know the dog I used to take care of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Daisy, sweetest dog in the world. Her family, like I was gonna take care of their dog because they were going on a trip, and my mom works with the woman, and my mom was like, "Where y'all going?" And she was like, "Oh, we're going to Florida." And she was like, "Why?" And they're like, she said, "Because they don't have mask laws there." And they're like, and no,
Imagine that.
And they're like heavy Republican. So they went down there, and I was like, I bet you they're gonna get COVID. You know what they got? COVID.
Well, it
as
might be
soon
real.
as they
Maybe
got
we shouldn't
back.
go to Miami.
And he was crazy. They spread it like 10 other people.
I think people should, like, all jokes aside, though, I think people should take it seriously.
Yeah,
Still
yeah,
wear their
definitely.
mask. I'm gonna be wearing my mask probably for the next year. I might just keep a mask on me in my wallet.
He was
you know
crazy.
what I
My
mean?
dad said that. He was like, after all this is done, I'll still probably wear a mask because like now that you think about it, like people are nasty.
In a lot of Asian countries, like, they've been wearing masks.
Whoa, okay, no need to
Yeah.
bring race into this, dude. Chill.
But
Jesus.
I'm going to Miami in September, so hopefully
Oh.
you're right about that in the year.
If you're not,
But
Bryce,
also,
if
I
you're
got
not
my
right,
first vaccine,
Nairobi's
so
gonna
I'm
be
getting my
fucked.
second. So you know, I can go out here maskless if I want to. JK. No, I'm not. But
I need to tighten this shit.
All I'm saying is, next semester of college, I think stuff is gonna be open because the university's already said classes are gonna be in person. So, yeah, I just hope I make it at 22 because I'm gonna wild out because I gotta make up for a whole year. I lost a year, so I gotta make up for
Absolutely.
that. I'm gonna be at every party.
Do you know what's crazy? Today is the 1-year anniversary of CPCC going to fully online. Because on my Snapchat memories, I was taking a video of my teacher. He was like, "All right, 3 out of 45 students in here. This is not looking good." And then the rest of like all the other videos are him like, "Well, I'm glad you guys showed up. Thanks for that. Nobody else decided to do it." And that was like super sad, but it's also so fucking funny because you look at his eyes, you can tell he was sad about it or heated.
March 23rd. That's kind of late. I feel like we were home already.
Well,
I went home-
for CPCC, it was like we had like we had like our week off. Like they were like, "Oh, we're gonna figure out what to do,"
Oh, okay.
and then they were like, "Okay," like the week after that, they were like, "All right, maybe not. Like we're still trying to figure it out, so you guys get another week off." And then they finally brought it back. They're like, "All right, everything's online."
I went back home March 20th, so it's really been a year. But I also would like to say that during the lockdown like thing from like March and stuff, like at first I was down bad, but like from May to September, I was having the best time of my life. Like that was probably
we had a lot of fun.
The healthiest period of my life ever in my life.
Because I was there.
No, you weren't there. That was one of the reasons it was so healthy. It was just me and Brim in the woods.
Oh, you're talking about
McDonald's.
You're talking about this past September, right? What are you talking about? I'm not listening.
From May to September of 2020 was the healthiest I've ever been, spiritually, physically.
You were happy,
emotionally, like everything was perfect because I was able to just work and like I didn't have school to think about. I lost 30 pounds. I gained 30 pounds. But I lost 30 pounds, you know what I mean? Like it was great. I was on a great I was eating clean. I ate eggs for every meal.
Nice.
I don't know that
you could have you could have had a heart attack.
Maybe, but
eggs are good, but they're not too good.
I just wanted to bring that up. Yeah.
I need that. Like I need a
That's why I think
I want
to move to the
pandemic
beach.
2.0.
I want to move to the beach for the summer. Get tan, be happy, have a job, and fuck bitches.
You get money?
Yeah, get money.
Okay.
And fish. You know, like nice that'd be to live at the beach for the summer. I want to do that so bad. Also, I brought this up to Bryce. I was like, you and I should move to the beach for the summer. And Bryce's like, no, let's go to the mountains because he's fucking afraid of water, right?
I'm not gonna move there though.
For the summer?
No, I have a life. I have an internship. I have a job, kinda. You know what I mean? Like I can't just move. I'm paying rent, kinda.
Fuck that. Podcast at the beach.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. Fishing podcast.
I am excited. The only thing is I have summer classes, and if I didn't, or I guess even with the summer classes, I feel like I have a lot more time to for us to focus on like the podcast and other stuff. So I'm super excited about that. School is just so overbearing and like different clubs I'm in and all that other stuff.
Different clubs. Never. Guess how much I weigh? I weighed myself yesterday. Guess how much?
154.
Bryce, no. It's higher.
165.
No. Higher.
It's higher.
It's higher.
185.
Lower. I'm 175 exact. You know how fucking crazy that is? Do you know what I weighed in 11th grade?
101.
No, 95 pounds. 95 pounds in 11th grade.
11th grade?
Yeah.
You were malnourished.
Yeah, because I had a high metabolism. I didn't eat my ADHD medicine. It was bad,
95
bro.
pounds?
Yeah, literally 95
How tall
pounds.
are you?
Right now I'm 6'2". Back then I was maybe 5'8", 5'11".
No, it's no way
that.
you grew that many inches in that amount of time.
Bro, you should. I'll show you
I
pictures,
get my
bro.
1 inch.
I'll show you
So
pictures.
I can be 6'1".
What? I want y'all to know he is not 6 foot. He is 5'11"
I feel
at
like
best.
you should just tell people that you're 6 foot, you know?
No,
they
no.
would never be like, you're not.
No, do you think what's crazy? You don't tell somebody that you're 6 foot. Because if you are proud to tell somebody that you're 6 foot, then you're lying and that you're below it. That's why you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them that you gotta round up. So like, oh, he's probably 6 foot. Because women always think that if whenever you round up, they're like, oh, he's at least 6 foot. But if you tell a girl that you're 6 foot, they're like, oh, that means he's at least 5'10".
But
Think about
I'll
that.
lie to people about my height to people that are 2 inches taller or shorter than me. If you're less than that, like if you're, say I'm 5'11". If you're 5'10", I'm just gonna let you know I'm 5'11". But if you're 5'6", you don't know that
exist.
difference. You don't know that difference. I'm gonna tell you I'm 6. Or if you're 6'4", I'm gonna tell you I'm 6 feet as well.
Yeah, because then they don't really care.
Because it's just those after you're only gonna notice if you're within 2 inches above or below.
Yeah, because it's easier to measure. You want to stand up so we can measure each other's height?
How tall are you?
6'2". You want to here?
Yeah,
stand up.
I'm 5'11".
Stand up.
How tall are you?
5'7", 5'8".
I'm 6 foot.
I understand what you're saying. It makes sense.
No, we're not standing up.
I want to see. Look, we have a good angle on this.
We're podcasting. Shout out to everyone watching us on YouTube.
Shout out.
To Daniel Juarez.
Oh, and Landon's back.
Landon's back. Landon, how tall are you?
Squeaky ass door.
Yeah, me too.
We're talking about height and stuff. Guess how much I weigh?
172.
175.
You weigh 10 pounds more than me.
Ain't that
It's
crazy?
crazy, right?
Ain't that
The way
crazy?
weight sits on different people.
It goes all to my cheeks, dude. A little bit to my stomach.
Height is also crazy. Like how much height? Because
Alright, get out
Brim's
here.
about your
Get out of here.
size.
Shoe.
Imagine that.
Wait, what?
I said Brim's about your size.
Dude, Brim is not my size. He's like your height.
No, I'm talking about weight.
Oh, he's almost 175.
He's somewhere in there. He's going to the gym now. But you know what I mean? Like
Runs in the
if you
family.
put him and you was like you wouldn't put y'all in the same weight category visually. But
Brim's
okay.
pretty cool. Shout out to Brim though, by the way.
Do y'all have any?
Should we call him B Rim?
No.
Damn it, fuck. Okay, what else?
What else we got on our agenda?
I just want to ask real quick, like, what do y'all miss the most, like, pre-pandemic?
My dog.
What we missed the most pre-pandemic?
Shout out Moxie.
Yeah, definitely my dog.
Shout out Moxie. Rest in
Rest
peace.
in peace.
Long live Mox. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna start crying.
Look, she door dashing too. We all door dashing. We all broke over here. But okay, so the thing I miss the most pre-COVID
Parties.
is parties.
I knew it.
Only because I actually get a thrill out of meeting new people, especially in an intoxicated state. It's probably the best thing in the world. Like, I'm a people person.
And then you cried
Bryce-
at the end of the night?
Oh my God, because it's like you meet new people, new experiences, and then all the emotional weight from the last time you cried until this time, you just get to flush out.
I want to tell y'all a story about.
No. Let's not tell any stories. I'm not done.
Fuck.
Meeting new people. Oh my God. It's just amazing. And I don't even have to be like drinking. It's just meeting new people. I really love that. Oh my God, that was great.
It's really interesting, like, how social you are, because, like...
You didn't have to be
Like,
intoxicated
thinking
to be
about
social.
myself, like, I'm just not a people person, like...
Until you get drunk, Nairobi. You're very talkative when you're
Yeah.
drunk.
But, like, sober me is, like, not really trying to have a conversation with
Yeah.
you.
You're very antisocial.
Very.
But whenever like no, but like honest. No, but whenever like if you can talk to Nairobi, then and like she'll have a conversation with you, it's fun. Because Nairobi is fun to talk to.
Wait, but what do you miss?
What do I miss? Now, let me go to Adam.
Adam, what do you miss?
My dog. And I'd say probably just like being able to travel. Go anywhere. You know what I mean? Or just
Being
like,
on
no, walking
campus.
around on campus. I miss that. Because Bryce and I used to walk around on campus here and there, right? And it was so fun. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, when Bryce and I went to the park recently, that was fun. I really enjoyed that.
I'm fat, so I didn't really enjoy the walking part. But
I didn't enjoy the hills.
I fucking hate Charlotte's, like, hills and shit. But anyway.
I miss the geese. I'm going to be honest with you.
Being on campus just in general, like, not that I was interacting with people, but it's something like, it's a vibe that you can't get anywhere else but being on campus.
We'll never have this experience of college ever again in our life. So it sucks that part of it was taken from us. And it sucks even more for the kids in high school because high school meant
Fuck them kids, bro.
It meant so much
Fuck
to
'em.
me. Like, it meant so much to me, like, for real. Like,
Y'all ain't know about the struggles.
I was that head ass. You know what I
feel
mean?
like that
Go to civics
That's
class
like
online. Some shit.
like a rarity. Because,
What?
like, high school meaning that much. I feel like I didn't give a fuck about high school. Like, looking back, I wish I could go back and, like, do it over again a little bit. But only
That's
because,
what
like,
I
I didn't
say.
experience high school the way I wanted to, as far as, like, going to parties and shit.
You would okay, so my whole high school career was just like it was pretty boring until senior year, right? Because on my last semester of senior year, I had this one class, Spanish class, where I had all my best friends in that class, all of us. We all had lunch together too, and it was amazing because we all sat at this one big table. Matt had his girlfriend, Daniel had his, and I had Jesus, and Will had his cousin, right? And it was the most fun thing I've ever like experienced in my life. And every time like I'm like it's super late on Xbox, I'm talking to Daniel or somebody, I'll always ask him, I'm like, bro, I always tell him, I'm like, bro, I really want to go back to high school and just experience that like semester one more time. Because that was when I went to prom. That was when I had like easy classes. It was just the best experience of my life, and I enjoyed it so much.
I think it was great for me until senior year. I think senior year was just horrible. Like, it was like I still had an amazing time, but it was just trash. But
You were going through it?
I was going through it. Relationships and band was trash, and people were just trash. But yeah, I think I definitely enjoyed it. So like it's so crazy that some kids out there are not gonna have
Senior year.
a senior year or junior year or graduation. You know what I mean?
I feel bad for like freshman college students, like this year and last year, because they really can't experience freshman year.
I know they're supposed to be drinking Four Locos.
Okay, I also want to talk about this. What was it? Freshman year, Nairobi lived in a certain dorm, right? And me and Bryce went over to go visit her one time.
I just want to pause and say, whenever you're about to say something, I get so nervous.
No, I'm not gonna put out any names, bro.
No idea what he's gonna
I'm not gonna
say.
put out any names, dude. All right.
I get so nervous. I just stare at you the whole time.
Anyway, so we went over to Nairobi's dorm one time to go hang out with her, and we saw that she had a super hot roommate, right?
I thought you were talking
Bryce and
about
I were like, "Yo, you got to introduce us to her. You got to introduce.
Here we
You got
go.
to." And Bryce wanted to make a
Bullshit.
song with her, right? Shout out to Bryce's podcast. Shout out to Bryce's SoundCloud. It's coming up, and in Nairobi, never fucking introduced her to us.
I just want to preface this by Adam was like, "Oh, she's not really a roommate, and I want to make a song with her, so she's gonna know who she is now."
Nah, bro. You think she actually talked to Nairobi?
I'm just saying, if she were to watch this, Nairobi has only had a few roommates, and all of them were
And
not.
none of them talked to her. They didn't even know she was there.
All of them were not making music, so only one of them. So anyway, I just want to preface.
Should I just say her name?
No, don't say her name.
Anyway, so
but
yes,
you might
so
as well.
Can I defend
but
myself?
no, wait, hold on. So Nairobi never introduced her to us, right? And then the next year, me and Bryce go over to Nairobi's dorm, and she has three hot roommates, like very attractive roommates, and we're
They
like,
all know
yo,
what you're talking about now.
we're like, yo, Nairobi, introduce them to us, or introduce us to
I
them.
hope they listen to this.
And Nairobi didn't do shit.
Shout out y'all.
Me and Bryce ate their candy that they had in their dorm.
Okay,
And we've never talked to them.
my turn.
I have them
I
on
just-
Snap.
I just want to say shout out to them. They were cool people.
Yeah, they were
Y'all
really nice.
Y'all were cool.
10 minutes ago, I was just telling you how I was antisocial, and you even said that I was antisocial. So
You're
why
the
would I
you're
be
the roommates,
social?
man.
They weren't like actually in the room with me. They were suite mates, and therefore, it's not the same.
Sweeties. Remember that?
She was never
That's nice to call
there.
each other
She was
sweeties.
in a whole sorority party
Okay.
on the weekends.
So could Bryce and I have been.
I barely saw her like passing by. So how am I introduce you to somebody that I barely see?
Yeah, we're walking out, be like, "Yo,
And-
by the way, these are my friends."
And then the other three, I definitely introduce you to them.
Barely. Yeah, because I had to knock on the door.
How would you know that they're cool if I didn't introduce you to them?
Because one time I knocked on your door and I didn't know you weren't there, and I was like, "Baby girl, open up, please let me in. I'm sorry." And then they opened up the door, and I just had to stare at them, and you weren't there, and I was like, "Hey guys, is Nairobi here?" And they're like, "We don't think so." And I was like, "Oh, this is very awkward."
I
Do
definitely
you remember that?
introduced you to them.
Oh no, they're really cool.
Yeah, they are really cool.
They're really cool. Really nice.
You can't say that I didn't
Good
introduce
point.
you to them.
Let me segue into a theory. Or actually, this will actually be. You want to start with the Yall Wild segment?
All right, our next segment is Y'all Wild. We're gonna do some wild takes on different things, different opinions, whatever you want to talk about. Go ahead.
I have a wild take. It's not the wildest take, but I just thought of this based on what we were just talking about. So
Go
when
ahead,
you're a
take your time.
roommate with someone, what I've noticed is that girl roommates do not build close relationships with each other, typically, but male roommates do. Guy roommates. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like male roommates do. I mean, all across the board, taking an average, most of the girls I know, they're not close friends with their roommates. But most of the guys I know, they're close friends or they're in the same friend group with their roommates.
Yeah.
I just find that really interesting. I'm not bringing any conclusion. I don't know why that is.
I think it's because girls are picky
Are
and like it's like
bitches is
like
territorial?
guys are just like like y'all can just vibe off of being guys. Like
Oh, actually,
y'all like
That is
similar
true. Bryce and I
things.
used to. I remember the first time we talked about like the way we connected is that you and I talked about Jackson 5. That's one of the first things we talked about.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
No, yeah, because I was like, what type of music do you like? No, you asked me that, and I was like, I mean, I like old stuff. Like, I love Jackson 5. You're like, oh, I love Jackson 5 too. And I sang, and you and I started singing a song together, and then we just started hanging out. I remember that.
But to your
That's
point,
cute.
you're not
I
cool.
know, right?
You weren't
I
cool
love
with
that.
all your roommates. You weren't cool with your
Yo, shout out to
third,
Jeremy.
him.
Shout out to
No,
Jeremy.
but it's not that we weren't.
Rest in peace.
That was different though.
He got hit by a car
But
when he was
why?
10.
I think that's like the probably why.
No,
that-
but-
like that's the like similarity between like, I think I said that right. Anyway, between like females and
I mean, there's always an
Guys.
error percentage in there, but overall, what I noticed is that way.
Well, I think it's what. Sorry, I think it's also like Bryce and I became really good friends just because we're both like, we kind of just don't really care sometimes. Like Bryce and I talked about like random shit before. You know what I mean? Like the time you and I went to go to the sex store and we bought like pocket pussies. Remember that picture that we have of them? Anyway, so
Yeah.
I went. So this is
I still got it.
this is what sophomore year, and I walked back to Bryce walked me back to my dorm, and because we were in the same hall, and I went up to my room, and right when I opened up the door, 3 very attractive women walk out, and because they were our neighbors, and I'm standing there with a pocket ass, a pocket pussy, and a pocket lip, and like
Mouth.
sitting there with them in my hands. I had one of them on my drawstring on my hoodie. And they're all just like, oh, hi, they like introduced us. They gave me their names, all of that stuff. And I literally tucked it behind my arm, and I had to stand there like this and shake their hand. I shook their fucking hand, by the way.
I missed that. That's something I missed.
Shaking hands?
But no, Nairobi, you're a girl. Can you give me any insight on that? Do you feel like that's true as well?
Like Summer
I wasn't
her
paying
roommate.
attention, not gonna lie.
Summer, her roommate, you and
I
your
don't know. Like,
roommates,
I just feel like
all the girls I know.
personally, I feel like if I had to, like, if we were in the same room, I'm gonna take that back. I think it's a cultural thing. For me personally, I couldn't relate to some of my roommates, but I feel like if we were like of the same culture,
don't act like that we did not go to a mostly white school.
I know, but like, you just bond off like being like of like one.
No,
So,
yeah, I definitely feel that.
like.
I think what she's trying to say is that they're white.
But I was gonna say, like, if we were in this, like, if I had somebody living with me and more, like the double bed, I feel like we would have been cool
Would you ever join a sorority?
because we're around each other all the time. I think that's also what it is. Y'all were around each other a lot.
Bryce and I hung out every day.
But I mean, yeah, but y'all were around each
Y'all
other.
just like started going probably to Sovi and eating, and that's what started y'all relationship. Like, we went to dinner one time,
But we
and it
didn't,
was
I didn't go
awkward
to
as
dinner.
fuck.
I didn't go to dinner because I saw this guy. I was like, oh, that's a cool guy.
You went because he was your roommate.
Exactly.
Me?
So, but y'all
Are
went
you talking about
on
me?
several occasions. Like, we went one time
talking
just
about me?
for the sole
But why
purpose
did it
Very
stop at
confused.
one?
I
because
blanked
it was
out.
awkward, and like we all already had our own group of friends. Like,
But okay, that's different with those girls. But freshman year,
I didn't have. That was freshman year,
oh,
Yeah, there was.
but it was also second semester of freshman year. So we all already had
that's
our
right too.
our own friend group. So it didn't really make sense for us to like.
I
bond.
also
And the reason Landon was friends with y'all is because he didn't really have a whole friend group
shout
to,
out to
like,
Landon for being lonely.
leave from to
Okay.
hang out with y'all.
I was thinking about this because I know a girl that I went to high school with who goes here, and she was really good friends with the roommates, right? But I think that was because she knew them beforehand, like they talked a lot. Whereas
Yeah, that
Nairobi,
doesn't count.
whereas Nairobi lived in a room by herself, and then she ended up moving to this dorm. You know what I'm saying? So I think it like just depends on if you like for girls. I'm like not speaking for women, but I'm saying like if they know the person beforehand, they like become friends with them, then it's a little bit easier. You and I didn't have that problem.
Because we're dudes.
Yeah, we're dudes. We just talk about shit.
And women are different.
And you know what's crazy actually?
I definitely think it's harder for women to build friendships than dudes to build friendships.
What if you guys were synced up?
Doesn't change anything.
Bryce and I are synced up. if you
I don't
didn't
know
that.
why, but
I think there's that certain type of girl who only has guy friends,
me, yeah.
but you're not. I wouldn't characterize you as one of those type of girls.
Okay, go ahead though.
They're always like really chill and really cool, and I feel like there's something to that.
Dude, what's crazy? I remember that I thought about this last night in Nairobi, is how you and I first like started talking to each other when we first met. I was like, hi Nairobi, how are you? And you were like, hi Adam, I'm good, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good Nairobi, how are you? And like we did that for like at least like a solid 10 minutes back and forth.
And then we play Overcooked.
Yeah, then we play
That's
Overcooked.
because y'all are weird. But I have one more wild take. So I'm dinosaur agnostic. I don't believe.
That one person's gonna come in here and rock your shit.
I don't know if I believe in dinosaurs. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Please explain.
You've seen my dad.
It's just we gotta stop believing everything the white man tells us. Dinosaurs, big lizards were walking around, and now we don't even know if they look like lizards or not. Some people are like they look more like birds, so we don't know what it looks like.
I think I need to leave.
And we found bones. We found these perfectly
dinosaurs.
intact bones in the ground in the exact way from 1 million years ago. But a meteor hit it, and now all the lizards, they died? It's something about that don't sit right with me.
Alligators. Well, crocodiles or alligators, whichever the fuck. Those are technically dinosaurs. You know that, right?
Well, y'all got any takes on that? What's your response?
Like, whenever I hear somebody, like, they don't believe in something that, like, you necessarily didn't see, it always, like, makes me think of, like, believing in God or anything religious.
Ooh.
Like,
She finna start shaking in a second.
like,
We're gonna put a hand on her head.
Believing in God is believing in something, like, that you can't
You have a Bible
see
anywhere?
or that you don't know that really exists. So, like, that's kind of the same thing with dinosaurs. Like, we don't really know if they exist, but people believe in them like people believe in God.
But
And
the
what we're
only
told,
difference is I could see, I guess this is really subjective. Like, the universe had to start with something, so therefore God has to be a thing. I feel like it's good enough to be like, okay, there's some theory. Why did we have dinosaurs? What purpose did dinosaurs have?
they were the first thing on the...
So they're the first thing. Exactly.
No.
We don't...
Technically not.
It's
Okay,
too
but,
many
like,
loopholes.
What about, like, those people that say, like, the Big Bang was, like, what created everything?
And we could say the Big Bang was started from God, or the Big Bang was God. I'm not saying we know what.
Y'all,
God
we're gonna
is,
get some hate for this. Y'all know that, right?
But I mean, God is a complex theory. Like
Andrew's finna comment on this shit and give us a sermon. Y'all know that, right?
I will say, like, my, like, perception on God has really changed over the last, like, year and a half, probably.
mine as well. But like on that thing though, like I'm just saying God is in the fact of like a higher being of some sort. We don't know of what magnitude or how omnipotent or
big word.
Omnivore, or whatever.
Bryce's big word of the day: omnipotent.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's like, we have not evidence, but we have some reason for it, whether it's backed by facts or not. What did a dinosaur do? Why do we need dinosaurs?
But bones aren't evidence? Like big ass bones that people are
But
discovering.
are they bones?
What else would they be?
Paper mache. They built these things.
How sturdy is paper mache?
I'm not saying it's actually paper, but it was plastic. You know what I'm saying? They did this for a purpose, for a narrative, okay?
Okay.
To control us.
To your point. Well, not really to your point, but do you believe in aliens?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you really?
Yes. How are we the only thing in the universe?
How would you believe in aliens? Like something from a completely
She has
different
a
planet.
point. If you believe in aliens, how can you not believe in dinosaurs?
How do you not believe in dinosaurs?
You like vanilla,
Cut
right?
the stream.
Yeah, I fuck with vanilla.
Okay, where does vanilla come from?
A bean.
Vanilla flavoring.
It's a process.
Where does it come from? Where does vanilla come from?
I can look it up.
No. Where
Blows
does it
my
come
brain.
From? Just
We'll
give
watch a video.
Where does it come from?
I don't know.
The white man.
Like I can watch a video and they will show me where vanilla came from. I'm sure it starts with the bean though.
Yeah, vanilla bean. Yeah.
Well, actually, vanilla flavoring comes from the anal glands of a beaver.
Oh,
They're in a beaver's ass, right?
But that's like
Damn, my
it's like
favorite flavor is beaver's
extract
ass.
And what's the other one? It's like two different things.
Yeah, but I said all that. I'm gonna tie this one around. This one's gonna be crazy. I just on the spot. I'm freestyling off the dome. So we had the preconception. I think that's how you say that.
Yeah,
That vanilla beans make vanilla, but actually the vanilla is coming from the anal glands of a beaver. But on the vanilla box, they don't ever put a beaver's ass on the box. They put the flour or the bean so that we think the vanilla is coming from the flour or the bean when really they're getting it out of a beaver's ass. Because they don't want us to know that. Because if we know that, we're going to be turned off by that. We're not going to buy that product.
I'm waiting for the moment that he connects this to Vanilla Ice.
So wait, I'm getting there. Wait. So,
To the rapper?
Just like dinosaurs and aliens, we believe in aliens because they told us to believe in aliens.
I like that little fuzzy.
Don't they tell us not to believe in aliens?
No, I'm sorry. I misspoke. We believe in dinosaurs because they told us to believe in dinosaurs. But we don't know where dinosaurs came from.
We're only 35 minutes in, by the way. Isn't that good?
I don't know how aliens
hold on.
tie into that, but
No,
but you know what I'm saying?
No, do you know what we got to do? Let's call Niaja.
I don't know what I said.
Let's call Niaja and get her opinion on it.
I feel what you're saying, and I'm gonna relate it back to God because that's the only thing that's the only way I can like.
You want to get deep? We can talk spiritual.
Like put it in my brain. It's like I'm not gonna say we only believe in God because people tell us to believe in God, but that's usually like the start of it. Because if you grow up in a household where religion isn't a thing, you usually won't like run to religion. Or like if you grow up in a atheist household, you probably aren't gonna believe in God. But if
I need to see the stats on that.
If you grow up in a religious household, you're probably gonna believe in God. Like, it's because you're like fed this information,
I want you to know
so it becomes a part of you, just like dinosaurs.
my belief in God was weakened when my dog died. Just gonna put that out
You know,
there.
all dogs go to heaven, right?
They fucking better. They fucking better, bro.
I have a question about God that I've always like.
You want me to call him my father?
So God is like the thing that created everything, right? So what created God?
God.
He was spawned in.
Just like, oh, I'm gonna create myself like out of nothing.
That's why sometimes when I look at different religions, I'm a Christian. I subscribe to Christianity, but I also understand that all of these spiritual teachings we have in the world all have probably at least some sort of knowledge. But if you think about God, like if you really think about it, that's such a crazy concept because us just being humans, like we can't even like conceptually can't even understand what God is if God is what we say God is. So a lot of times when people are like, oh, God doesn't do this or God doesn't like this or God doesn't like that, we can't even conceptualize God.
For a long part of my life, like I go to church. I had to go to church. My mom made me, of course. And like Sunday school and all that, I really don't remember like all the stories and shit. But like, I feel like I was like the type of person to be like, how am I supposed to believe in something that I can't see? Or like really prove that it exists? But like I would always pray when I needed something. And like one day I was just like, usually when I pray it happens. So it's like, God kind of got to exist, right? Because this shit happens.
I have a crazy story.
Like,
does it tie into this?
It's got to prove that God exists, right? But we'll talk about that.
When I was younger, I would be building Legos, and I couldn't find a piece to it, like a certain Lego piece. Do you know what I used to do? I used to threaten God to be like, I will stop believing in you if you don't make this piece show up. If you don't make this piece show up right now, I will cease to believe in you. You know what's crazy?
White people.
You know what's crazy,
I
bro?
was thinking that, but
You know what's crazy, bro? Is that it would pop up like a couple seconds after that. And I was like, all right, you're safe.
I just want to say the video stopped, and I feel like we haven't been going. We've only been going for 38 minutes. But
Yeah, we have. This is slow today.
But no, I think God's an interesting topic, and I've done so much soul searching on God to really know God, because I want to know God, because I feel like some people know their synagogue, or some people know their church, or know their mosque, but they don't know God. So
We should go ask my priest about
understanding. No, because I feel like
this. We should
some
get him on the
people-
podcast, bro.
Some people, it's like, come on, I'm not even gonna have this conversation with you. You know what I mean?
So what do you think God represents? Like, I don't know
Hey, Brian.
if I'm asking this question right, but like,
Can you come down here?
I
and
guess so
let me
many
ask you some
Christians, like, put like,
questions?
I don't even know what I want to ask, but like, yeah, what do you think God represents? Like,
What do you represent?
okay, my question, I guess.
I think.
Go ahead.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna let you
finish.
answer first. No,
I was
let
gonna say
you
he
answer
Brian.
represents love. You know, I feel like God really just wants us to chill, and
So,
we
like-
added all this extra stuff from our societies and our you know.
Yeah, so I guess my next
I
question
dig the
would
fit,
be
Brian. I
like,
dig the fit.
do you think that all these like being gay is an abomination, some people say, or cheating and all that, like, do you believe in hell, I guess is the question.
I don't know.
So like, you believe in heaven?
We have Brian here as well. Brian, do you wanna chime in about God at all? It's a heavy subject, and we wild.
So what was the question?
Just what are your thoughts on God? Do you believe in God?
I grew up in a Catholic household, so
Did you get touched?
household. I did, bro. Multiple times. Me and Adam did at the same time.
Yes, sir.
But no.
Adam's Catholic.
So I grew up Catholic, and like my parents kind of forced me to go to church. So I kind of ended up like hating it. And I haven't been to Catholic church in forever, but I do believe in God. I just don't really believe in any certain religion now.
Yeah, and I feel like to a certain extent, I feel like to a certain extent, in a lot of ways, that's closer to God than like other things. You know what I mean? Because Christianity has been manipulated so many times that if you go into church and you look at a picture of Jesus, he's white with blue eyes.
See, no, that's what I was gonna say. Because like, I still believe in God, but like, I don't follow all the rules. You know what I mean?
I feel like those rules, a lot of them were man-made, or even like people believe like the Bible is like the whole truth and like everything. Like even to that, I feel like it's been manipulated too much. Even if the word was like inspired by God, it definitely was tarnished when people were writing it down because they're like, oh yeah, that like bars, God, the bars. But hey, wait, I'm gonna change this line. Because I don't really like gay people, so let me change this. Or I don't really like black people, so hey, the masters.
I definitely go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I was just gonna say, yeah, I feel like that, but also y'all were talking about church, and I just want to say that as growing up, I was a super shy kid, and I didn't, no kid likes going to church because like you're sleepy and they're talking, and sometimes they get worked up and they be yelling and stuff, especially in a black church. But I have to give a lot of the credit for me being me, who I am now, as being like not outspoken, but like I'm very like I don't mind speaking to a crowd of people, or I'm like I don't get super nervous putting myself out there, and it's because I had to go to church and do all these things in the church, like read scripture in front or do all these like different. I was in the church choir, and yeah, with the read scripture, we did do like I was like the worship leader one time, so like you're like you're hosting the church for that Sunday, you know what I mean? So I feel like that as a young child broke a lot of the stage fright and other things, and that has definitely pushed me to be able to do a podcast or do these leadership programs where I'm talking to a bunch of people. Like I'm still nervous because like I feel like I'm still pretty shy, but those experiences like allowed me to do that.
I find that interesting because I had to do the same thing and I turned out completely different than that. Like
I didn't have to read scripture or anything, but
it's usually the readers that do, like they picture.
Yeah, my mom wanted me to be an altar boy, and I was like,
yeah, you definitely was gonna get.
You
was definitely gonna be in the back sucking dick. I'm sorry to anyone.
Whoa!
I'm sorry to anyone who was. Shout out to the Catholics. I'm just playing with y'all.
Though, like we're all going to hell because we all had premarital sex.
I'm not going to hell. Hey, speak for
yourself.
What you mean?
I feel like the essence of God is really just love and like loving people that you're around and like being nice and shit and like not harming other people.
Do y'all believe we live in a matrix? I've seen plenty of conspiracies about that.
Somewhat. But
I've never seen the Matrix to understand.
You've never seen the Matrix?
No.
No, but yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff, like a lot of these rules are man-made rules. They're not actually rules by God. You know what I mean?
So it's okay to be gay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you really think about,
just checking.
Think about how silly it is. Like I was like, hey, you was cool, but
now you
Christians and like,
but you was gay, so
why
I don't really.
Why are they like so against it? Like,
You was crazy. Actually.
like, I don't like when I think about it. It's like I don't understand.
I feel like everything is for power. If I'm in a, we also gotta look at minority, not minority being like black people, brown people, but minority being looking at the minority of a society. You want all the power, and you need to squeeze the power from everyone. And the only way you can have the power is if everyone believes like you. So, and the majority of the people are straight, for the most part. It's the spectrum, right? So that means you have to chastise in a society everything that's out of the norm. So if most people are straight, that means most rulers are going to be straight, and most leaders are going to be straight. So
y'all get that gay shit up out of here.
Yeah, so let's get that gay. Let's get it up out of here. If you look at anything like that, you know what I mean?
What if Christianity like hates gays because all the other like cultures that were like basically going against were free about homosexuality, like the Greeks.
Exactly. So
all the time.
I feel like a lot of times it's like it's a response. You know what I mean? A lot of the Bible is politics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
So we gotta remember that
Y'all hear that,
people
gays?
have politics in there.
It's okay to be gay.
It's okay to be gay. Be you. You only got one life, and imagine being like the universe is like infinite, right? And being like, oh, your 80 years here is going to determine where you're going to spend the rest of your eternity. 80 years in an eternity is nothing. It's a speck of rice.
So do you believe in reincarnation?
Um,
That'd be dope. Unless you're
it's this dog in my neighborhood. He got people eyes, and he always want to talk to me, but he can't talk. So
You said a dog?
yeah, it's a dog. He's definitely a person. So I don't really
sure he's
believe
not in
in.
your mind, bro?
And no, he's came up to me and was like,
dogs can't have people eyes. My cousins used to have a dog that had
so I don't specifically believe in reincarnation.
You know
but
what?
I don't specifically believe in reincarnation. But at the same time, I feel like it'd be dope to be a dogwood tree. So
Okay, I have a question. So,
y'all not really wild today. Y'all serious on me.
bro, you literally just did a 30-minute sermon on Christianity
love talking
and dinosaurs and aliens.
I got something wild that
Somehow it was
people
all connected.
are gonna hate me for.
No, so like if you
What?
so
Completely unrelated. So go ahead and say what you're
Okay.
gonna say.
do you guys think that like you guys had a past life?
Yes, and I was a lesbian.
Thank you for already
I
answering
was
that.
straight, like a dude. You know, I was a
Damn.
straight dude.
I don't know about me, bro.
Yeah, I was saying, I wonder what I was.
Yeah. Okay,
You know what you are. I feel like we all know what we are. You just gotta admit it to yourself. I was definitely a lesbian. And
okay. Anyway,
yeah.
so if you guys die and you can come back as something of your choice, what would you come back as?
A human.
I'd come back as a fucking bird, bro. Flying all the time. Do you know how nice that'd be?
A human or a dog.
A dog, yeah.
Wealthy
Dogs have it tough though, unless you
white
you get
man.
picked.
Bro, all dogs do is vibe and sleep.
So do birds, bro.
But
So
you know,
do
you might get
bees.
shot down.
That is
Or-
true. Or if you get hit by a car as a dog,
Or you
Yeah,
get
but
abused owner.
you just gotta be.
or you get caught in a shooting as
But
a human.
like, if you think about it, like if reincarnation was a thing, then possibly we chose to be humans, and like we don't know that our life was gonna turn out the way it turned
Oh
out.
my god, I
You
saw
ever
th-
snap?
I saw this crazy theory, right?
No.
I saw this crazy theory, right? What if you know how like the term light at the end of the tunnel? What if the light at the end of the tunnel is like you being born again, and the reason why you're crying when you come out is because you remember everything that you just lost in your past life? Think about that.
I've heard that theory.
Yeah, I've
Ain't
seen that.
ain't that crazy, bro? Could you imagine that?
I watch a lot of Mike Tyson.
Okay.
And he was like, if life is so hard, death must be easy.
Easy. Yeah.
And I feel like there's something to that. I definitely believe in like duality of everything. Like there's just as much good as there is
Duality.
bad. You know?
All
But I
right.
also don't believe everything happens for a reason. I feel like everything is random.
It's all
I feel like
RNG.
it's all coincidence. But some people believe that this is supposed to happen.
I think I believe to an extent that things are supposed to happen the way they're supposed to happen.
Never. What were you
To
gonna say?
lead you down a lane.
What were you
I
gonna say?
don't really believe it.
Never. Go ahead and say what you were gonna say before I interrupted you.
I was just gonna change the subject.
Change it.
Let's change it.
So cheese, right?
Wait, shout out to my Catholics. I didn't mean to do y'all like that.
Fuck you.
Shout out to my little boys out there.
Shout out to my little boys out there.
Here's an unpopular opinion, but cheese is overrated.
What type of cheese?
All cheese.
You going to hell.
Yeah, you definitely going to hell.
Like
want you to know,
cheese,
Nyasha-
cheese.
Oh.
Cheeses aren't cheese.
I want you to know, Nairobi.
I put cheese on
Not really.
everything. I eat cheese every day.
What'd you say, Adam?
When this podcast comes out, this place is gonna get shot up. You know that, right?
Because I said
You put cheese, bro?
Huh?
You put cheese on your coochie?
I would put cheese on everything.
What's your favorite type of cheese?
So you would put on
Gouda.
Gouda.
I love Gouda cheese, bro.
Gouda
I love
cheese
pepper
is
jack.
like
I love pepper jack.
I'm
Gouda. Yeah, I
going-
would gotta agree. Gouda is good, but pepper jack slaps.
I've gone 21 years without really eating cheese,
She don't even like mac and cheese.
and I think I've lived a good life.
Okay, I hate. Bryce doesn't like tomatoes.
No, I love tomatoes.
Oh no, you don't. Okay, then
You're right.
who in here doesn't like tomatoes?
I
Who
don't
was the
fucking
person?
like tomatoes.
I like ketchup, but I don't like
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
Brian
no.
hates tomatoes, but he loves ketchup.
It's different.
it is.
I just don't get
It
that.
doesn't
though.
taste the same. A slimy ass tomato is not the same as ketchup.
Imagine being picky though.
I love tuna salad, but I don't like old coochie. You know what I mean? So it doesn't.
Alright.
You know, it's not exact.
All right, thank you guys for listening to the Yall Wild Podcast.
I like pickles.
This will be the last one for the day.
I like pickles, but I don't like cucumbers.
So you telling me you like strap, but you don't like dick? Makes sense. Make it make
Motherfucker
sense.
spit bars over here, bro.
I'm the opposite. I like cucumbers, but I don't like pickles.
Yo, what?
So
Yo,
he
Brian.
likes dick, but he doesn't like strap.
No, but I don't like cucumbers either, but I like pickles.
Imagine being picky, bro. I just eat whatever.
Bro, you eat McDonald's every fucking day.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. Okay. And look at me, motherfucker. I am beautiful.
You got
Not
any
to
more,
stereotype white people, but
Go ahead.
never mind. I'm not gonna say
Okay,
it.
Big Mac with extra sauce, medium fried, and Sprite Chocolate Berry is $8.60. No, it's $7.62, right? But a double quarter pounder of cheese, medium fried, and Sprite Chocolate Berry is $8.52.
I used to work at McDonald's, so I have all the secrets.
Did you know they brought high C back?
Yeah.
Has
Yo,
happened
yo.
yet?
Sorry. Do you guys remember the Fruit Loop straws?
Yeah.
I actually never had them.
They're bringing them back after 12 years. So Brian, I'm gonna take you out to the Fruit Loop
I was
factory.
gonna say
We can eat some.
you missed them.
Yeah, bro. I used to. You guys remember those little yogurt balls, like little packets? You guys remember those?
Go-gurts?
Yeah, no, not Go-Gurts. Hold
Yogurt
on,
balls.
let me look it up. Little yogurt.
It doesn't surprise me that you like something called yogurt balls.
Yogos. Do you guys remember Yogos?
No, I never had
You guys
that.
remember
Never heard
Yogo
of that.
bits?
Yeah, we never had that.
Bro, y'all.
That must be like a.
It's a white thing, yeah. Well, okay,
I
you guys
wasn't
remember like the
gonna say
little.
white.
You guys remember like the little bags of like they're like mini Cheez-Its? You guys remember those?
Yeah.
What were those called?
Oh, what did they call, like, grits? No.
It was like grit something. Grits,
G something.
grit snacks.
Pretty sure they were called grits, yeah. They were really good.
Cheese grits.
There we go. Cheese grits.
Cheese
I don't like
no,
grits.
grips. Grips, that's what it was.
Oh, I know grips.
Bro, those things were fucking amazing.
I didn't
dude.
like them.
Really?
I
I'm
like
gonna-
the cookie ones.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like the
gonna
cookie ones.
choke his ass out right
Those
now.
slap.
We got any more
Sure
wild
was.
takes?
I'm trying to think. What is y'all's opinion on Biden falling and the way he fell? Was it swastika? What do you guys think about that?
How do you fall up going upstairs?
He,
Three
but
times.
Biden is old,
Three
so
times.
why are we surprised?
That is true. We need to get him some Heelys.
We need to get him up out of there. No.
It makes us look bad as a country.
I think we definitely
Wasn't
need to
he-
have a age cap. Like, hey, you after 65, you not gonna be up in the White House.
Kamala rubbing her hands as we speak, bro, like Birdman.
I'm ready for Kamala. Let's
Bro.
bring it.
Heck no, bro. She'll
I'm
put you
gonna
in
have to
the White-
correct y'all. It's
As soon as he fell down, she was like, "We did it,
Don't
Joe."
disrespect
I
her.
see. He said it like that,
Our
and it,
first
my bad.
black vice president.
Vice President Harris. I'm sorry.
If she catches you with a gram of weed, she's putting you away from 25 to life. I cannot risk that.
I have one more wild take, and it's that we're told that weed doesn't have an effect on you. Like you're not gonna get addicted, but you definitely can be addicted, and it definitely can have some negative side effects if you smoke weed too much.
You want to tell them about October?
I have no other comments on that. But y'all have any?
You gotta explain
No,
that.
I just saying because you can definitely get in a funk, and you can really be like not wanting to do anything, and you really can just be slothing around all day, just out of it. So I feel like you definitely can do it too much. So it definitely should be that warning, because like
It also depends
before
on
it's like weed is the devil. Now it's like weed is there's nothing wrong with weed in moderation, just like alcohol. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with alcohol, but just if you drink too much, you can form a problem, or you can do things that you didn't want to do, or you could be in a bad space. And I feel like weed should be taken in the same way alcohol is taken, kinda. Even though weed is better than alcohol, but I'm just saying there's definitely we can't ignore that there's art. There's
So what have y'all been listening to lately?
Is that our last wild take?
Yeah, bro.
Any responses?
We're running on to about an hour.
I feel like with anything, as long as you take it in moderation, it's not gonna be bad for you. Obviously, like I would say, like there's some exceptions, like
K2.
Yeah.
like pills or like heroin and stuff like that.
Moderation, yeah. And I mean, maybe there's moderation to heroin. I don't know. We haven't got there yet as a society.
I don't think I would ever get there, but
I mean, I'm just
That
saying.
doctor, dude.
Dr. Carl Hart was bringing up some interesting things. But don't do drugs.
I would definitely say, like when it comes to weed, if you don't surround yourself with the right people, like you'll definitely you'll start having some like addiction like symptoms. 'Cause if you just hang out with people who also just like to smoke all the time, then that's all you're gonna do. But you know,
Which is fine if your body can handle it, but
As
just
Br- as
everyone's
Bryce picks
body
up the-
cannot handle it. You know what I mean?
Y'all remember saying on the drugs in like elementary school? Like what happened to that? Like after
Dare.
elementary school, I dead ass didn't hear that shit anymore.
Dare and sad.
Like we
Because
dead
we
ass
got
had like a
realistic.
song on that shit. Like I don't remember it, but it was a whole ass song.
I feel like, but there's also there's so many like great benefits to marijuana. So
Like medicinal.
I think everybody should
Medicinal,
try at least
CBD.
once.
spiritual, emotional. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy, bro? My dad, he's like a firm believer in CBD stuff now. Ever since we went to Colorado, but he now he takes CBD stuff and now he thinks that he like can remember everything. Like he'll like I'll be hanging out with him and he'll just start randomly listing off like train numbers or like their when they leave the station, shit like that, or like plane numbers, shit like that. And he'll be like, "It's that CBD kicking in at him. It's working."
And CBD, we can't discredit that it is like CBD is still weed, and that's you know, it has positive benefits as well.
All right, I have a question. If you guys could fight one animal, like in any animal you're choosing, and you and the animal both get 1 hour prep, what animal do you think you could beat? Do you think you could beat in a fight?
Duck.
What about you, Nairobi?
I think you should fight a geese instead of a duck.
No,
Nah,
bro.
geese
No,
kicking me,
geese.
bro.
A
No,
goose.
I'd rather
geese
fight a
got
bear
it.
than I'd rather fight a bear than a
goose
goose.
got it.
What about you, Brian?
It definitely have to be something small. I'm not fighting no gorilla. We both have an hour to prepare.
I take
Bro,
a fish.
I'd beat the shit out of a fucking bear, bro.
Bro, come on now. Let's be
Bro,
real.
okay, first off, bears are like slow, and I'm 6'2", bro. I'm a
All right,
tower.
Adam
You
doesn't have
talking
anything
about,
to
like, bare
say.
hands
I'm
or-
Bare hands.
Can't-
No, human hands.
You can't use a gun or anything. It has to be
No, it's like, but no, you can use like your surroundings. Let's say you meet it in the woods, right? You can use
So
your
it's natural
surroundings.
habitat.
Yeah, bro. But what if you live in the woods? What if you live in the woods too? You know. Anyway, I'm just saying, I'd fuck up a bear.
Okay, I like confidence.
I disagree.
With me, that I'd fuck up a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely not.
Okay, rent a bear and I will rocket shit.
You're not. A dog is going to take you.
I fuck a
That's
bird.
kind of fucked up, bro.
That's why I said duck. I can take a duck. But we're running at we're at about 57 minutes right now. Do y'all want to
Well, what have y'all been listening to?
Yeah.
You know, T.I. has a lot of kids. And
The band?
No, T.I.
That's a joke, according for our friend Landon.
T.I. is weird, isn't he?
You can have whatever you like.
But he has a son, and his son, his name is Damani, and I've been listening to his music.
I was hoping you
lately.
say 84 because
I really
T.I. in
fuck with his
84.
music, actually.
Really, I have to look into him. I've been listening to.
If you say Playboy Cardi,
Oh, man.
I'm cutting it right now.
I really love Whole Lotta Red. I didn't like it when it came out on Christmas.
my
I thought it
God,
was
my
trash, but it
fucking
really has
shit.
grown on me.
I agree
Fucking
with that, bro.
damn it.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
There's a lot of vibes in it. I really like it. I'm loving Scary Hours too. Little Baby had the hottest verse on the whole
I
track.
disagree with that.
Hottest
I
verse.
agree.
I'm gonna
All of them.
quit the
All of them.
podcast.
Lemon Pepper
This is it
Freestyle.
for me.
That was
This is
great.
my last episode.
And I also have been listening to a lot of old Jay-Z. So
99 Problems?
99 Problems, amazing. Hard Knock Life is amazing. And I'm almost discovering them for the first time. Not the first time really, but like.
It's like back then when you listen to it, it's like, oh, these are okay. But now you listen to it, you're like, damn, bro, these are good.
But
Listen
now
to a lot
I
of
like-
Freddie Gibbs.
I consume music. You know what I mean?
At least said
So-
you can sue.
I consume music differently. Like I actually like listen to it. I consume albums. So just going back, like wow, Hard Knock Life is really a banger. 99 Problems is really a banger. You know, the 444 album is really a banger. So that's what I've been listening to. What have you been listening to?
The Yall Wild Podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. No, but I've been listening to. I haven't listened to the Yall Wild Podcast. I also have listened to like Jimi Hendrix and Bob Dylan. I really like Bob Dylan right now because if you like compare some of his songs to what's happening now, like he is kind of ahead of his time with like what he's talking about in his songs. Like there's a line in one of his songs that's like, how many times does the cannibal have to fire before it's forever banned? Think about that. Think about that. School shootings. How long is gonna how many people are gonna have to get shot for the guns to be banned? Think about that.
At least half the population.
I was gonna
All
say
right.
like damn near
Oh,
everybody.
and brice3000. Not even gonna lie, I listened to a couple of your songs last night.
Oh, go listen to my SoundCloud, brice3000. I have some
What have I
bangers out
done?
there. Go listen to the growth. That's my favorite part. It's like, oh, this first song was like okay. The second song was like okay.
Decent. And the
and-
next song is okay.
I'll tell you that for sure.
They constantly get better, you know. So I like
Put the
listening
money
to that.
in
so
the bag.
brice3000 on SoundCloud. And y'all got any outros? Anything?
Wait, I
any
have one
announcements
more,
before we leave?
One
Wait,
more
hold
that
on.
I've been listening to. It's called Spillage Village
Bars. I like that.
with Earth Gang and JID and some other people, and I really fuck with them.
You-
I'm done.
Did you guys hear about the verses against the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire or whatever?
Yes,
That's a hard one.
That's gonna be good.
I gotta go. Yeah,
Who y'all got?
I'm gonna say Isley Brothers. I'm a big
I
Isley
don't know
Brothers
who
fan.
makes what song, so I'm gonna go look it up.
I might have to say Isley Brothers too, just based on
Yes,
their outfits. Their outfits back there, back in the
Just
day, were
based off
hard.
outfits?
Hard.
No
Hard.
music?
Crop tops, bell bottoms.
All right.
Niggas don't dress like that no more.
Boo.
And it wasn't like that was hard.
And even the white folk listen to them too, so you know damn well they're good.
White folks listened to it back when it mattered.
Yeah.
Now, if white people listen to your music, it's like, okay, it's just a song. But back in the day,
They chose to listen.
oh my
Like,
God,
they-
you
they made a
inspired.
decision.
they listen to it in private. But so don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Yall Wild Podcast. I'm still trying to verify my account to get the brice3000 page. And follow me on Twitter at brice3000. The 1000 is spelled out.
And follow me on Instagram at Adam_Winburn, and follow me on Twitch at Adam Winburn.
I don't have social media yet. I'm working on it.
And before we cut, shout out to Jace for doing the
Intro song.
the
I like it.
song. It's actually way longer, but I had to cut it because it was so long. He's gonna make some more for me. But shout out to Jace. I really appreciate that. I feel like it adds a lot to the podcast. But
Thank y'all for watching.
this has been
And
the
listen.
Yall
Yall Wild
Wild
Podcast.
Yall Wild Podcast. Peace.